Worker classification, completely flipping the switch here to things like you are an employee or a worker, or you have employees or workers. This is an enormous issue. It is a big old landmine waiting for small companies. And the landmine has to do with the difference between employees and independent contractors. People that you pay a salary and they get a W-2 at the end of the year, and people that you pay just a fee to and they get a 1099 at the end of the year. Everyone thinks they know the difference between those two, and 95% of the people who think that are wrong. This is a fairly complex area. It's a thorny area, and most of all, it's not intuitive. It's especially not intuitive in New Jersey. So let me use New Jersey as an example, since we're all sitting in New Jersey. Right? The New Jersey Department of Labor has its own set of rules to determine who should properly be treated as an employee and who can be treated as an independent contractor. Companies love independent contractors because I don't have the same commitment to you as I would to an employee. I can get rid of you more easily. I don't have to do withholding taxes. I don't have to pay my share of unemployment insurance. Right? I may not need workers' compensation insurance. So much cheaper and easier if you're an independent contractor, which is why so many companies bring everybody in as an independent contractor. But the state of New Jersey says very few people correctly fit in that category of independent contractors. And if the Department of Labor audits your business and determines you had people who should have been, they think, employees instead of independent contractors, they will hit you for fines, back taxes. It's expensive. It's very thorny. So you want to get this right. And the key thing is, it is not intuitive. It's not what you think. You have to really dig in. New Jersey is actually at the moment in the middle of potentially changing its rules, although the main change is to say there's a way the Department of Labor has been interpreting, and we're going to actually codify that and make it hard law. That's kind of stalled. It was expected to happen like over the summer, and it didn't. And I'm not seeing a lot of talk about it the last couple months, but it's still there. And it could still come back. And the main thing is, well, these are still the rules as the Department of Labor wants it to be. But let me give you a couple of examples. To be an independent contractor, if you 100% follow what the Department of Labor wants you to do, and there are twists and turns and exceptions, but if you read the letter of the rule, you have to meet the ABC test, 3 different things. And it's not A or B or C. It's to be an independent contractor, you have to be A, B, and C. Okay? One of those is, do you have a legitimate standalone business doing the thing you're doing as an independent contractor? So if I work full-time as a bookkeeper and I have a part-time gig being an audio engineer, the state would say, no, you should be a part-time employee when you're an audio engineer, because you only have one client as an audio engineer. You don't have a standing business as an audio engineer. They would say you're not an independent contractor. You generally have to work somewhere other than at the place of business of the people who are paying you. You generally have to not do the thing that company is doing. So if it's an accounting firm and you're an accountant and they hire you to be an extra accountant, the state would say you can't be an independent contractor. So I could go on. The key lesson is, it's not what you think, but getting it wrong is very expensive. So if you're using an independent contractor, or if you are an independent contractor, you want to dig into it.